Good morning, everyone. Today, we examine a significant ruling under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, that is PMLA, in the case of Ajay Kumar Das versus Enforcement Directorate. The judgment provides clarity on how courts assess disproportionate assets, ownership through family members, and the shifting burden of proof in financial crime proceedings. A key question arises: can a government officer lose assets if they are found to be disproportionate to known sources of income? The court's position indicates that unexplained wealth can indeed invite attachment and confiscation under PMLA. It also addresses whether properties held in the name of a spouse or children are immune. The ruling makes it clear that merely holding assets in family members' names does not shield them, especially where beneficial ownership or funding links back to the accused. Further, the judgment reinforces an important compliance principle that asserting that funds are legitimate is not sufficient. The onus lies on the individual to substantiate the source with credible documentation. In essence, this case underscores a consistent judicial approach where financial trails are unclear or disproportionate, documentary evidence becomes decisive. Background of the case: Ajay Kumar Das was a public servant. The Odisha Vigilance Department registered an FIR alleging that during his service period he accumulated assets far beyond his known lawful income. The authorities examined his finances over a long period and compared total assets, total income, and total expenditure. According to the allegations, disproportionate assets of around 3 crore were found. These assets included house properties, land plots, bank balances, vehicles, investments, assets in family members' names. After this FIR, the Enforcement Directorate started proceedings under PMLA on provisionally attached properties worth around rupees 1.88 crores. That means those properties could not be freely sold, transferred, or dealt with during the case. Why this case became a PMLA case? Many people ask, how does a corruption case become a money laundering case? The answer is simple. If illegal wealth is generated from a scheduled offense like corruption, that wealth may be treated as proceeds of crime under PMLA. And once assets are suspected to be proceeds of crime, ED can investigate and attach them. So this case moved from a vigilance corruption case into a money laundering case. Key legal issue, that is Section 24 PMLA. This case is strongly revolved around Section 24 of PMLA. Normally, authorities have to prove wrongdoing. But under Section 24 of PMLA, once suspicious assets are linked to proceeds of crime, the burden may shift to the person concerned. That person needs to prove source of funds, lawful income, genuine transactions, proper finance trail. In simple terms, saying my money is clean may not be enough. You may need records to prove it. What was the defense? Ajay Kumar Das and his family challenged ED's action. They argued that the authorities had made wrong calculations and ignored several lawful sources of income. Their claim included his actual salary was much higher, wife earned commission income, daughters had independent salaries, rental income existed, agricultural income existed, property value were wrongly calculated. Their main point was our assets are legal and the numbers used by the authorities are incorrect. What did the tribunal find? The tribunal carefully reviewed the case and focused on one central issue: were these claims supported by proper evidence? And the answer was largely no. The tribunal found missing or weak records such as full bank statements, salary proof for all the years, rent agreements, rent receipts, proof of agricultural income, documentary proof of borrowings, explanation for repeated cash deposits, evidence for large cash payments in property purchase. In simple words, there were explanations but not enough proof. And in financial litigations, supported explanations often fail. Family members' name did not help. Some properties were in the name of wife and daughter, but the tribunal made it clear that this alone is not a defense. If the actual source of money comes from the main accused or the lawful source is not explained, such assets can still remain attached. So, simply putting, property in a family member's name may not protect it. What about valuation errors? The family also argued that some properties were wrongly valued, but the tribunal held that even if minor discrepancies existed, those alone would not destroy the case when the larger issue of unexplained assets still remained. So, technical valuation disputes could not overcome lack of source proof. The appellate tribunal dismissed all appeals. This is IPPraveenagrawal thanking you for watching. Thank you.